Hello friends. In this video, I am trying to answer a very simple question. What is a survey number? This has been posed to my clients so many times. So I tried to do some research on it and it surprised even me that the answer is rooted very deeply in history. To paint a picture for you, during the earliest of times, when the Aryan Hindus settled down, they followed certain customary practices. Those practices have never been fully annihilated. Despite the British rule, despite the Mughal conquest, they were never fully annihilated. Whenever a person cleared the jungle and started plowing that land, it used to be considered to be his property. Even Manu's laws recognize the right of a person who has cleared the jungle as his exclusive property to plow the fields. Eventually, the state started taxing the land holdings of the farmers, and this is called as fiscal legislation. Now, when we come to fiscal legislation of the state, what we mean is it is one of the functions of the state to collect tax from your property. So, this is where the word revenue comes from. The first attempt to systematize these various types and practices of landholding was done by the British. This was made in 1861. So, different systems were being followed in British Burma, in hilly terrains, in the Hyderabad Nizam areas, in the Bombay and Madras presidencies, and in the Northeast. Then in 1820, British Governor Monroe had studied and published all his observations about the various systems. One of those systems was called the Rayatwari system. The Rayatwari system means the system based upon the practices followed by a farmer. Rayat means a farmer. So, in this system, the farmer used to take a piece of land and cultivate it, and the revenue of the state was based upon this Rayatwari system. This was followed in Bombay presidency, but it is not prevalent in other parts of India. But in Karnataka, we have adopted this system completely as our own. So in 1879, the Bombay Land Revenue Code was enacted by the British. And in this, the first registers were made, which showed what is the extent of land held by a farmer, whether the area was wet or dry, what is the source of agriculture, what is the type of soil, and who is the occupant of the land. And later on, this occupant could also transfer his land. For example, his legal heirs could also be registered as occupants after his death. So the British made very elaborate attempts to survey the land accurately. They had a chain which measured 33 feet. And that chain, when made into a square, the length is 33 feet and the width is 33 feet. And 40 such squares would make an acre. Even today, we have 40 guntas making an acre. The Karnataka Land Revenue Act 1964, which was enacted, is based upon all these customary rights and practices and those which were followed by the British before us. So, right now, if you look at the Bhumi website, it is a digitization of all this information on the website. Also, you have the Dishank app, which will show you the same information. So you open the Dishank map and enable your location, you will find that it will show you the survey number of the land, even though if you are living in an apartment or in a villa or in a gated community, everything will be shown as a survey number of land. It will also show you the Rajakalways, the burial grounds, the car tracks, the footpaths, which are, although they are in your property, does not belong to you and belongs to government, and it is called as a Kharab land. So whenever we check the title of a property, we have to go to the survey number of land because this is the root of the title. And simply put, at the end, I want to remind you that originally a survey number was nothing but a plot of land held by a farmer which is assessed to tax.